Hey everyone, this is Nitro. With the start of the new week, I'm going to be doing another Nitro setup video. So first things first, I'm going to collect the rewards from last week's World Arena and Apex Arena. So from Apex, right, being in Gold 3, I get this reward, which is pretty nice. A lot of rare enchant gift packs, good amount of Trinity Crystals, and a good amount of honor points. Right, so that was 85 Trinity Crystals. In addition, regular arena gives me another 20, so I got 105 so far. Another 200 from World Arena for being in the top 10. So that's 305. And then finally 14 from my World Arena rank of Gold 3. So 319 Trinity Crystals from Arena in the past week. So I think I had a bit under 1,000 Trinity Crystals last week, and now I have over 3,000. So, 2,000 Trinity Crystals in a week. Pretty good. So I'm steadily saving up Trinity Crystals for whatever I need to draw for in the future. In addition to the Trinity Crystals I also have 13 Trinity Vouchers that I'm sitting on. So there's no real banner I need to draw on at this time, so it's just going to slowly collect and up and increase. I considered actually drawing on this banner, the Lanford Luna Ultimuller banner, but after a while, when I thought about it, the only character I truly want in that banner is Luna. Ultimuller I don't use in the first place, and it really means out of the 3 characters, I'm only aiming for one of them, so it's not worth drawing on. So I decided I'd rather save up my Trinity Vouchers and Crystals. Alright, so with that said, let's go over the results of last week's Dragon Farming. Bear with me for a moment as I bring that up. Okay, it doesn't seem to want to come up. Just 1 second. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, maybe I can make it come up by doing this. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so last week's Dragon Farm results. I've now switched my focus on Dragon Farming. I've basically more or less given up on grinding on Sundays, and instead I'm just going to use my daily sweeps to do Dragon runs mainly. And I'm going to save up burgers as a result. The reason for saving up burgers is A, I don't really feel like spending Sunday grinding all day long, and B, if I start saving up burgers now, by the time Langrisser version 2.0 is released, which should be like, I guess, 6 months from now or so, I'll have a good amount of burgers saved up. And I can use those burgers to rapidly bring my player level from player level 60 to level 70, right? Because you have to increase your player level in order to level up your characters. So saving up burgers for that may not be a bad thing. So, with that said, I'm only going to be doing 4 or 5 Dragon runs every day now, as a result. I'm going to be doing them every single day now. That's the key point here. So, last week's Dragon Farm results were pretty good on the whole. Monday got me 2 SSRs, Goddess's Left Hand and the Last Night. Tuesday got me 1 SSR, Mirror Armor. Wednesday had nothing. Thursday had a Purgatory and a Throne Guardian from a World event. Oh, there was also a Devil's Axe from a joint battle on Tuesday. Continuing on. Friday gave me a Mirror Armor. Saturday gave me 2. A Dark Crown, which brought my second Dark Crown to level 50, and an Aces Helmet. And Sunday I did do 7 runs, so that was, I think, 4 auto battles and then 3 manual fights. 4 sweeps and 3 auto battles. And that didn't get me anything. But nonetheless, this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 SSRs in the week. And given that I only did how many dragon runs? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 31 dragon runs. So that's 9 SSRs in 31 dragon runs. That's actually a ridiculous conversion rate, you know. So with that said, although I got a whole bunch of SSRs, none of them were truly, in my opinion, truly useful. So, I mean, Dark Crown was nice to get a second level 50, but all the rest are more just, I guess, I could turn them into ore, or I could just keep them to slowly build up more SSR equipment. So that's pretty much it. Alright, so those were the dragon runs for last week. And I'm just going to jump back into the game now. On the whole, I'm liking the whole sweeping thing, because all I have, instead of having to, you know, waste time on the dragon run, I can just sweep this 4 or 5 times every day and then easily hit 300 stamina usage. So it's a nice addition, in my opinion. Saves me a lot of time in terms of grinding. And in terms of burgers saved up so far, I currently have 10 burgers, right? So, you know, given that there's going to be 6 months, right? If it's 4 weeks per month on average, and you got 6 months and I'm saving 10 burgers per week, I'll have 240 burgers for when Langrisser 2.0 hits in 6 months. So with 240 burgers saved up, I should be able to hopefully hit level 70 player level really fast, or at least that's the hope. There's no doubt when Langrisser 2.0 comes, I'll have to do a lot of grinding then. I mean, if I have 240 burgers to use up, I'll probably be sweeping Time Rift like crazy. I'll probably do some dragon farming and whatnot, but we'll see. I'm going to have to figure out a way to use up those burgers very efficiently. And it might be that I just do a crazy amount of Anakin Nime's auto battling, but we'll see. So that will be the plan for me. Save up 240 burgers, do a ridiculous amount of grinding when Langrisser 2.0 hits, and hit level 70 ASAP. So, I currently have a lot of SSRs in my bag, I suppose, because of all the recent items I got. For example, you know, the mirror armor will allow me to have a second level 50 mirror armor. Mirror armors, a second one is probably not that useful because it's mainly used on tanks, but the way I see it is, you know, I could give it to another character who could potentially equip it. Like, for example, maybe give it to Leonhard or someone, right? Since I don't have a level 50 carbon fiber armor to give Leonhard yet. So, yeah, you can see, you know, there's 3 Seal Guardians here, which could lead to another level 40 Seal Guardian, which means I have level 50, level 50, level 50, and a level 40, right? I also have a bunch of Peacemakers, so I have a level 40 Peacemaker here, right? 20, 30, 40, along with the level 50 Peacemaker. This second King's Amulet is not too useful, to be perfectly honest. I'd probably alchemy this once I need some more ore. And the Veil of Lights, I'm just holding on to because I may want to give a Veil of Light to Bozel for Ancient's Call when it's released. So you can see there's a whole bunch of SSR gear that are kind of just waiting, right? I can alchemy them down if I need the ore, or I can hold on to them to maybe build up additional gear. So we'll see. I haven't really decided what to do with those just yet. I'm going to break down some of this stuff that I got today from auto battling the Fire Dragon. So there we go. And so next, let's talk about my current shard farming. And I already mentioned this last week, but shard farming will not change for this week. I still need to finish off Zerida. I still need to finish off Tieris. And I'm currently doing Lana. So those are the 3 that I'm currently grinding. In terms of shard splits, it's 4 into Tieris right now, 3 into Zerida, and just 2 into Lana. So with this kind of farming, Tieris will be done next week. because I just need 29 more shards on my tiaras. If she's getting 4 shards per day, right? I just need 8 days to finish her. Yeah, 8 days. So next, I guess, yeah. So once tiaras is done, I will have to pick a new character to farm. And I'll probably be, and the new character I will probably farm will be Luna. I thought about it for a while, and Luna is actually one of the best characters for Ancient's Call. She's used for almost every single fight. So given that's the case, I really need to build up my Luna to 6 stars. Long story short. So likely I will start doing Luna first to build her up as fast as possible, because I need 250 shards for Luna. After I finish, while Luna is grinding though, and when I finish Zerida, I will probably be grinding Luna and Lana rapidly, right? So 8 shards right there, and for the last single shard, I'll probably start working on Leonhard. So that way it'll be a decent split, right? Finish Luna, finish Lana, start Leonhard. And then after Lana is done, I'll probably do Luna, Leonhard, and a second AoE attacker. Who it will be, I still don't know. Could be Listel, finishing her off. Could be Rachel. Could be Joshua. So we'll see on that one. But that one's still pretty far away because, well, I'd have to finish Zerida and Lana first. So, yeah, that's still a little bit off. At least 2 weeks, I would say. I'll make the decision on who I actually farm then. So, next. Shard farming has been talked about. Same with dragon farming results. So, I guess character, equipment, and training ground. The only major change in terms of equipment and characters from last week is Lana. And the change to Lana is that she now has a level 50 Dark Crown. So the gear is currently on Liffany, so I'm just going to move it back to Lana first. So this level 50 Dark Crown with the 6% hit point boost and the 5% hit point boost here, so this is a total of 11% hit point boost. My Lana now can actually survive Shadow Raid from Cherie. So that this hit point boost was pretty clutch. This 11% additional hit points. When my Lana previously had the Sage's hat, I think it was can't even remember which Sage's, this one, right? This Sage's hat had no hit point increase percentage, right? And it only gave 259 hit points. So when my Lana had Sage's hat, she was dying to Shadow Raid. Now, with this Dark Crown, with 11% hit point increase and the 364 hit point increase, she's able to survive. So it's a nice little change, and it really increases my versatility and flexibility of when I can actually use Lana. So, a small change, but very critical. Other than that, nothing has changed in terms of enchants or gear, really, because I don't have that much gold. I haven't really rolled enchants. What I plan to roll, though, is I'll probably re-roll enchants on Juggler, because I really need to get Juggler plus hit points and plus defense on preferably all his enchants if possible. Right now, he has a lot of hit point increases, but in terms of defense increase, there's only one with 6% defense. And this is a very bad thing because it means my Juggler is actually very vulnerable to melee attacks or physical attacks in general, right? And it also means Triton doesn't actually give him that much attack either, right? Since it converts 1.4 times defense into attack. So the hit point increase was nice, but I'm going to have to continue to re-roll these enchants to make my Juggler truly strong, right? If, for example, if I compare my Juggler's gear to Ledin, and give me a moment to move Ledin's gear back to him as well. I just did Guild Wars. That's why all my gear is currently unequipped on my top characters. So, Ledin, right? If I look at Ledin, for example, he has 10% defense and hit points in this enchant, right? All defense here, but there's a hit point increase from the Nace's helmet, which makes it okay. And then here there's defense and magic defense, which is not ideal, but his Oath of Justice does give 9% hit point boost. So there is, in the case of my Ledin, there's kind of a split. At least one of the enchants does give a good amount of both hit points and defense, right? 21% in total here. Juggler has nothing comparable at this time, right? Even this one, which gives defense and hit points, is only 15%. So given you can get 15% defense, 15% hit points increase on armor and helmet, there's a dire need for me to reroll these enchants. So that's the current status of my enchants. Mainly, I need to reroll enchants on Juggler to make him just as usable as Landius. Next, other than Juggler, my primary build for this week is probably to continue to focus on Imelda, right? Imelda currently has a meditation ring for immunity to fixed damage. She does have her Gorgeous Red, because the Gorgeous Red is what gives me this immunity to fixed damage to counter enemy Listels. As for her armor and her weapon, I just steal them from Rachel at this time. So it's just a Death's Robe and a Blue Moon. So that's my current setup on Imelda. I'm going to switch Imelda to Tree of Life because she's more of a support healer for me in the first place. So I don't really expect her to one-shot targets in general. So that's why Tree of Life can work just fine. Running Tree of Life means I'm going to be missing out on damage potential. Because, for example, if you run Full Moon, such as what I run on Lana, right? Oh, jeez. No one has their gear. Okay. So, Lana has a Full Moon set of gear, and the Full Moon basic is effectively 15% intelligence increase, right? 5% from the 2-piece buff, 10% more from the 4-piece effect. So basically my Imelda has 15% less intelligence than other mages, but that's not a big deal to me. I think Tree of Life overall, increasing the defense and magic defense of everybody, will be more useful on the whole. So that is my Imelda setup. Because in the first place, she's more likely to use Dispel, right? Dispel and Regrowth and so on. So, yeah. Alright. And in terms of bonds, well, currently I'm focusing everything on to building Imelda up. So, she's just getting all my resources right now. Right. Max 8. I'm going to basically finish off these bonds. The Heart Bond, I'll start slowly raising up as well. So, that's pretty much the current status of my characters. As an interesting aside, I just realized that every week you can really only upgrade one character, Spirit of Origins, right? Because you get 2 battles against Scylla, and that gives you 24 Spirit of Origins. So, given all my characters are basically stuck on that, like Listel to upgrade to level 9 needs spirits. Luna to upgrade to level 9 needs Spirit of Origin. Lana to upgrade to level 9 or level 8, sorry, needs Spirit of Origins. I think Lana is even in the same position. 20 Spirit of Origins, yeah. So you can see, like, literally almost every character I have requires Spirit of Origins to upgrade further. So it's a problem. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the Heart Bond is more to increase survivability for PvP. So even if I don't have it fully upgraded, it's fine, as long as my characters can survive. So that's the current status of my Heart Bonds, pretty much. I basically upgrade any character that I plan to use up until they need Spirit of Origins, and then I stop there. And in terms of upcoming plans, well, I already talked about it in terms of the shard farming, right? Leonhard is definitely a character I'm going to build up. He's going to be the first AoE character I build up as soon as I can start upgrading AoE characters. So yeah, we'll see about that. In terms of runestone usage, I'm definitely absolutely going to finish off Imelda because I realize I really need to get her the Dispel skill. So the two current runestones I'm sitting on, Bishop and Oracle for Imelda. That's a must. Next month, which is really next week, I'll get a few more runestones, right? Because there will be one from the guild store, this runestone here, and then there'll also be one from the store itself for honor points. Actually, I'm going to pick up this Trinity voucher, right? The runestone here. So that's 2 guaranteed runestones right away with the start of the new month. And those 2 runestones, well, one is definitely going to Listel. I desperately do need Reaper's Touch. So that uses up one of them. As for the other one I'll sit on. We'll wait and see. Because I may put it into Lana, where she gets her Bishop, her Summoner and Hermit class. Or I may put it into someone else. So I haven't decided on that runestone yet, but there's no rush for that one. So that pretty much covers my upcoming plans. You know, finish up healers, start building AoE attackers for Apex Arena, and of course, focus on building up Luna for Ancient's Call. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this information useful and about, you know, the priority in terms of character building. So on that note, Nitro out.